Working on the foot here and trying to dig things out. I'm trying to think where we dropped off here. Oh, the back side. Let's do that. We're going to cut more off here. And I'll show you how to put the eyes in and finish off the ears and all that a little bit later. You know, and a lot of times when I do this carving is I often go back and take care of stuff later, you know, making things deeper and, you know, what works. So right now I'm just going around the whole thing, just kind of shaving things off a little bit. But I want that dog to look pudgy. We had a dog named Pudgy years and years ago. He was a sweet dog. But I really enjoy doing these sitting projects. There's so many different things we can do with the same block. So if you're interested in that wood, if I have it, you know, I'll gladly cut some up for you. And some of them will have this little brown streaks in it. Some are worse than others, but if you're paying it anyway, it's not a big deal. I find it a great lumber to work with. Now, let's see, I'm going to keep going here. What we're going to do is we're going to put a line down the center, and we're going to go off to one side and then the other, like a V there, okay? Now, what we want to do is, what I do is I take the little V tool and I go up through the center, okay, just very lightly up to the nose. And then I make that a little more pronounced a little bit later, but right now I'm just trying to get an idea where to go with all this, with the lines here. Let me take a look at something else here. Okay. So that's kind of the way it goes right there. We're going to kind of make that match. Every dog's a little different. This one's going to be a little different. So we're going to go up a little bit, like so. All right, I push my knife in there. All right, he's got a hold of it there. And then I'm just going to do a little V cut. So that's where we're going to put that little piece of the tongue. Then we're going to go up here and finish off the nose, making it wider, of course, and then maybe a little bit out of V, just like so. Okay, make that a little wider. Okay, again, I take a little V tool and I just kind of follow it just very carefully up on either side. I'll make it more defined a little bit later. Okay. Bigger the nose, the cuter the dog or the Santa or whatever. Big noses, big eyes usually work very, very nicely to give it the cute factor. So what we want to do is we want to go back here and just redo it again a little bit. I'm going to go a little deeper this time. A little deeper with this. I love this little V tool. A lot of people have a hard time actually sharpening this, but since I have my new sharpening system that I developed last year, I've had no problem keeping these things sharp. And so many of you have bought them. I have got to make a few more. I'm running out of I'm running out of them. The leather wheel, I've got to, because I custom make them myself. So if you're interested in that, you know, or want to know more, just look at that video that I have about them out there and stuff. I didn't want to do that. No. Let me take this back here. Let me do it back here for a second. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm scooping out a little bit behind just like so. There you go. Alright, same thing over here. I'm just scooping a little bit of it out. Alright, so we have the face. Now we want to take all that markings off from the bandsaw. It's really important that you take that off. And then later on tonight I'll show you how to do those eyes. But meanwhile, this went pretty quick. Yeah, it's a nice little project to do, and Laura's given me a wonderful hobby. Sometimes I have to refer to my old stuff to know what I did and how I did it, and so thank him all the time for it. It's an awesome hobby to have. It really is. And so many people are interested in it. I'm quite amazed that there's such a calming effect when you can cut stuff. You know, a lot of people find it very calming and takes a lot of the stress away of things. So now I'm going to just kind of mark, and this is the top of the ear, okay? That's all I did was scoop it out with the knife. Just take your knife and just roll your knife. As you're going, you're just rolling it. If you're not sure how to do that, you can go to a piece of wood and try it. It's just taking a very little chunk out for the outline of the ear. The fun part is putting all the hair on him, you know, putting his fur on. And again, I'm going around and I'm just taking care of all that. Now here, this is a little different too, because we need to put a collar in there. So the collar, we're going to leave this sticking out. So what we're going to do is we're just going to keep going around until we get that collar in there with a little cut like that. See? Just like so. Okay, it's getting a little sparse there, so I'm going to come down a little bit further and just cut down a little lower on this side. Okay, that's his collar. You got it. That wasn't all that difficult. So what you want to do is put a little stop cut in and push in with your thumb. Go from the top and from the bottom. Just make a big V cut. Just like so. Now if you want, this is optional and I just thought of this, if you want to put a little dog tag underneath here, you can. You can put your dog's name or whatever you'd like. You can put a little tag in here if you want. You can either burn it in, or you can leave this where you don't touch it with when you put the fur in later on, and then just put the initial of the dog on there. Would be cute. I think that would be really cute, because actually this has got to come out more. All right, I want to just show you this for a second. Okay, that's not down far enough. But we'll be back with more here in a little bit. I'm going to see how these new ones load up from this new video camera that I have. And we'll go from there, all right? And then we'll show you how to put the eyes in, how to do the hair, how to finish off the nose. And then we'll have a segment where we'll paint everything. Have it done and painted and show you what it looks like when it's painted. And then I have a new idea with these, so tune in. I'm going to try to make a protocol and we'll go from there. All right, folks, thanks a lot for joining me here, and we'll be back soon.